Welcome back, everybody, to Top Cut, Top 32. Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!
It's me, Salem Vanguard.
Hi, I'm here. I was round 6.
It's Andre Greg's Milosevic.
Milosevic. I'm
Milosevic.
from country no longer existing.
We're doing when you were born as well. But welcome back, everybody. We're going to transition straight into top 32. We actually have a story from your locals, I believe.
So both the game today, or this round, is two people from my old locals when before I moved out. Amon and Luke, they're two really good friends of mine. Amon was actually Luke's best man at his wedding, so they're fighting to defend the honor of the wedding.
If I win, I take your wife.
They've been friends forever.
But that ends today.
That ends today.
Oh, that ends today. It's sacrifice.
Especially because, isn't it only top 16 get the engine generator?
No. Everyone
Everyone gets it.
Top cut gets it. Top 8 gets a playmat. Top 4 get the prize card, I think, right? Winner gets the prize card.
No. Top 4 gets the OT. Top 3 gets the mat.
No, top 8 gets a mat.
Top 8 gets the mat. Top 4 is the OTs. Top 3 certificate versus trophy.
Yeah.
Sure.
This friendship.
Gonna catch them all.
This friendship might be strong, but will it last after today?
Their friendship might be strong, but can it break it to the fast? Friends don't God restrict friends, as you remember. Friends don't do that to friends.
Friends don't open wisdom teeth fall, okay?
So true.
It
so
is
real.
actually our first. It is our first Rezael and first Odium
Yeah.
of the day.
Unfortunately, when you hit top cut, these things are unavoidable. But I will actually like to point that the Odium player has actually opted for a pretty interesting build, making some decisions we were discussing, like neglecting to play Orleans in favor of a slightly more consistency-based package, so going for the 4 Almanacs and 2 of the Ashurda.
Yeah,
but also not playing the new grade 1 triple rare, where you can top 7 for a different name grade 3 for consistency options, and shield into stride deck sets. So it feels like a more old build of when Odium first got released. But they might be going for just more early aggro, which grade 2 allows, giving 5k, so that's time 2 aggro.
But I feel like with Almanac, you just
they're fist
draw
bumping, they're bumping it out.
It depends. Bruce starter, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Bruce! Bruce is a big stepper. That's Matt. That's intern Matt reference.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ronan, this you?
Shout out.
Is he gonna pay cost and reveal Liael? Oh my god, he's not. Crazy.
What a god, what a gamer. What a god gamer. Because the interesting thing is, I was talking to people before about, because we're going to just quickly pull it up on stream. One of the cards I was discussing with a lot of Odium players is
energy set right fixer.
With the Ami Ditana, one of the interesting things is, until we get the new support from set 7, you end up hitting this really weird spot where you don't really have, very good gauge targets. So it feels really nice having a target that you can kind of gauge whenever from wherever and still have it, do something.
Yeah, when I played the deck, I was playing without that card, and I often found I was just doing pieces for the sake of doing them, and having a 5k for early aggro would be
would be really appreciated.
Yeah, because often you have to do because your ideal line is to go discard Distorted Bane, gauge your Anachronos, and then battle phase call it out and gauge. But the issue is people know that, so they're going to damage deny you. But giving yourself the 15k base means whether you're going first or second, you're going to be asking for that more likely than not 15 to 20k shield, or they're just going to take it.
What do you think? Who do you think is favoured? I'm expecting Grez to take it. Odium is scary in the early game, but
I disagree.
Hard depends on their default time.
No, I think Liael wins because Liael's double persona right turn showing off any form of defensive triggers, which Rezael likes compressing for, just is insane. I think Liael doing the 5 attacks, 5 drive checks, if they hit a crit on each divine turn, they can honestly take the game quite easily.
I think both players should be smart enough because they know each other, right? To damage deny each other where it matters. But I think then it really comes down to each one has their Liael rides grade 2, draws 2, is gonna have Anachronos, but CB as well. So Aman is feeling confident here. But he's also gonna have his turn of getting a chance to T-fold because you don't do this bold setup and not swing.
Wait, so he went Wretch, Search, Bane, leave Bane and drop because he can't play it, obviously.
Because he's gonna be able to just do it now.
Okay.
But then the thing is, right now,
I feel that's kind of neg though. I don't like that.
Well, because you're going to swing into Aman now, but the thing is, they're both feeling kind of confident. But the question is, I think this kind of relies on Aman's T-fold turn. If he gives you 2 T-folds or that T-fold finds a dog, I think he's in business. But otherwise, I think Luke is super far ahead at that point.
Luke is going for the early game because he needs to close
close game on Divine Turn.
He wants to force an inefficient Divine skill, which is
if Ammon lives on Divine, lives after Divine, game's over.
Because I think the main thing here for Aman is if he's not able to clap back properly, if he's not able to climb back properly, then Luke is just going to be able to run ahead with it. Because what Luke wants to do is push him onto a high enough damage to where he panic divine skills on like no real crits back into deck.
There is no wisdom in that hand.
Hmm.
So there's T-Fault. I don't think there's a dog either.
That's right. Well, I mean, you're hoping
There's
there's a dog.
There's
there.
a dog in top
there,
5.
yeah.
There's
But
a
that's
cat
rough.
if he wants to use it, but it doesn't.
Well, that doesn't find you T-faults, right? That's the
That
one
is
tricky thing, because like if
unfortunate.
you whiff it, then like your turn 2 is so much weaker. But I don't. I think Amon would have wanted to stay on 0, but couldn't help it because 3 attacks is a big. Me when numbers are big.
He dropped
like,
2 triggers and took a damage. Oh wait. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. I must have not seen.
Yeah, they
Speed
go
up the
draw
game.
2, and he's going to go double T-fault. Double T-fault
Double
would be really good
T-fault.
here.
Well, there's
he's
one. at
thinking.
least.
Ooh, Nilberius is good.
Bossing is bossing, bro.
Yeah, if he goes Nilberius, fine dog. That is incredibly strong.
Okay,
3 triggers,
3.
That looks like a
Posse.
full.
twin cast, and a cat.
Not a
No,
Rezael?
4 crits. No, it's 4 crits and a twin cast, I think.
That's such a sad.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the only place we can't get rid of the glare, but
My favorite
unfortunately.
card, Glare.
It
Glare
looks-
rare.
Glare.
GRs.
Glare.
That's what
Yeah.
GR stand for.
Yeah.
SGR is super glare rare. It
lot
blinds you.
A lot of people
Your
weren't
prescription
born
gets
when
worse.
GRs were a thing, Gail. You might want to explain what they were.
You think ratios are scuffed now? One per case sometimes. Me when it's 1 playset per case and I need 4.
Okay, that twin cost drive check is gonna be so nice.
Yeah.
because
Super strong,
The
yeah.
turn 3, there's like a 10k shield needed, and Rezael, like most decks in standard, don't have 10 shields.
Yeah.
And having a 15 that you can use later on the divine turn.
Because Rezael is
actually
always
big.
going to go front, right? So it's like you're overgunning by 10. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's rough.
It just feels kind of clean.
Oh, swinging for the rear hit to make sure that all the Selgion can stay
okay,
proccing.
that's heal and dog. He added, I think, the dog to hand.
I think it has to be dog
She's-
here.
But it depends on his hands.
It does depend on his hand. He
'Cause
does
it-
have the twin cost.
Yeah, he has twin cast. If he has other triggers that we didn't see, then that's fine. But I get where you're
Yeah.
going with that. But we don't have knowledge of their hands.
Do we know if
so-
he's on Cadwalla?
No, he's not.
He's no Cadwalla, so his only shuffle is the divine skill.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think he did add the heal because the revert he won't be able to make use
Well,
of
or cat,
Yeah.
for example.
or cat. Sure.
So
Actually,
he's
yeah.
got cat, he's got
Cat,
T-fault, he
divine
got divine skill.
Yeah.
Well,
T-fault.
T-Fall's kind of already used, and you don't really want to use it late in the game. You deck out.
You don't, but there's worlds
depends.
where you kind of can go for thinning, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely on the wisdom. Not on.
I guess he could turbo through his deck a little bit faster in the early game because it's
No
Odium.
order for turn Odium. He can't turn for.
Oh, that's rough. That's
That's
brutal.
where I don't like how he used
Yeah.
the order. That's
Oh,
what's
wait.
So I
Oh, right. It does give
yeah.
power,
So
right.
I agree with
Wait,
that.
does Odium not give power on grade 3?
It has to have 3 gate. It gains 5k.
Does it not gain power off the Distorted Bane?
Did Soybean's last turn?
No, passive Distorted Bane. So
5K.
that's 23, but he got it with a 5k.
Did he guard with 5k?
Yeah, he just intercepted.
Do
Do you want to quickly run over and double check that?
yeah.
Okay, if you just pause the game
Hold
quickly. Say double check with the judge. Just so we make sure the game does stop there and then, ideally. Because yeah, it looked like he was effectively just guarding with intercepting for a 5k to stop it.
Yeah.
But it's not 13, I believe it's 23, so the 5k doesn't stop it actually.
He might have swung into the rear.
He might have. No, because he kind of moved the rear guard, so he didn't play. He was like intercepting, so I wasn't sure. I just had to double check it quickly. Okay, let's quickly double check, make sure. Actually, let's make sure while we're here that people are actually aware that top 32 is going on.
Oh, we forgot to announce that. Oopsies.
Yippee!
Whoopsie daisy. As chat says. So we're just sorting that out.
Yeah, just double checking that it's resolving properly, because again, especially at this stage in the game, guarding or not guarding things is really important. Like 1 or 2 damage really starts adding, because for example, yeah, you can see Reza at the moment is on 3 damage. And he might not have taken it otherwise, question mark?
But also...
The issue, yeah, I think they're informing that they took the 2 damage, so I think it's going to be a case of trying to call a judge over and make sure that everything is happening. Oh no, I think they might.
It's because the judges were talking, so I let them do their thing. I just want to let them do their job.
Yeah, no, I think there was a bit of confusion because the damage was taken, so we're seeing if like they just accept that that's what happened and he gone for nothing, or I think that's how they choose to proceed from this, which really unfortunate on Amon's side, but sometimes it is what it is. You make mistakes.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that Amon's getting punished for Luke's mistake, but it's not an intentional mistake.
Yeah, it will definitely be a warning. Luke's got a warning, so.
The trouble is players have to be careful because this is a level 3 event, but these mistakes stack. So you make another mistake like this and you're gone.
So it's all the more reason to really practice every deck of the format. Know what you're playing against. Read your opponent's cards, even if you think you know what they do.
Double check the wording.
Just double check.
Okay, so you called Aerial Stage of Ride Line on check.
You also have more time in Top Cut, so there's, take your time. As long as you maintain the pace of the game, take your time. You'll be fine.
Swing the rear. There we go. Effect into soul. EB3. There we go. EB3 going to be draw card, check top card, leave it at the top.
Or it looks like a bot deck.
That looks like a left.
It might be something like a PG then. Reaction.
It could be.
Or he could just be baiting,
just like a French.
He could just be going go.
And he's going to T-fold dog. I think that's probably why he swung rear first to make sure the dog's live.
Oh yeah.
And he's thinking on the discard here.
Amon is
Elementary second check. T-fold coming in clutch.
I'd say Amon is a pretty good player. He knows what.
Oh, did Luke heal at some point?
No, the damage is off to the side.
Sure, so he's on 2 now. Okay. Because that looks like 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That looks like. Are you sure? No,
I think he's on 2 now.
Yeah. So did he heal?
Maybe.
Must have. Yeah.
Might have healed on the
Vanguard swing. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Because if he thinks he got it, the rear guard swings Vanguard goes. Yeah.
Also, one little deck building thing when it comes to Amon's side is the 2 different Elementaries now. Because a lot of people have been switching to the new Elementary and Festival Collection because of things like all the new Stride decks, especially like I was on Night Rose and everyone.
Yeah.
They're live in the early game, and Grade 4 decks with triple drive aren't really a thing. But he must have chose to stick with the old Elementary, so on against Liael, where that hand size really matters, and they gain the keyword triple drive, not gain a drive. And on the Divine Turn, it's also still classified as triple drive. So
you go triple drive -1 drive, but it's still triple drive the skill.
Yeah. Yes. Which actually sometimes that matters in deck building.
Yeah,
what are you
maybe
prioritizing?
a read.
Yeah, because the thing is, we were talking about this throughout the day, this weekend actually. You realize how much of your success relies on reading the room accurately. Yeah, the thing is, at the moment, it's Rezael's going to be swinging, and he's going to have the. Sorry, not Rezael swinging. What? Yeah, the Distorted Bane comes out, and 3 gauge, but unfortunately, you can really only go up to 4. Really not as much as he would like to be on.
He is a turn behind, but so will that mean he?
But the nice thing is that grade 1 is still 18k. Oh, call that 23.
23 now.
But these are still asking for numbers. They're selling 15k at a time. And he's going to be the recipient of all the triple drive triggers, which is...
You see the red OT in Amon's hand? So...
But you don't want to burn it this early.
You don't want to burn it?
I feel like you have to save it for the Divine Turn, because if their sequencing is wrong on their Divine Turn, their Vanguard is pitiful.
Yeah.
So you have to put that thing there to make sure they can't break it no matter what.
All he has to is he's used that.
That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. And it's going to be the Anachronos again.
That also might mean... so... What was he saying? So it should be triple drive.
Yeah, it is, yeah. He's considering... I don't know if I'm agreeing with doing it here.
But I think this line does quite hurt.
Ooh, so 33. I mean, 33-2 crit and 43-2 crit. Now it's going to be swinging on the rear guard.
Well, this is going to hurt.
He has... Yeah, I don't know if... Surely you don't want to drop this many cards. Unless he has all the crits in the world, but he's sitting on a lot of Rezaels. I don't know about this. He's thinking that's 43, that's 35, that's 35.
That's a front and a crit.
Front and a crit.
Oh, the intercept. Oh no, swinging rear? Huh?
Swinging rear?
I guess he doesn't want to eat 3-2,
yeah.
I mean, I don't
know, but he's got the counter charger.
I would have given the damage anyway,
because now if they don't heal, they're dead next time. You just Divine Skill them and they're gone.
Yeah, because what I guess Luke was trying to play around was if they didn't have the king,
because Amon got with OT right now, so that's out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like pushing to 5 is absolutely correct, because what ends up happening there is you push them to 5, it's now on them to heal, which they can't control. And if they don't, you next turn Divine Skill them, And even if they 6 damage heal and your numbers aren't fantastic, you reset, it resets, and you go again. So they have to 6 damage heal almost twice.
No, yeah, sorry.
No, I just think they were playing around the king because if they didn't ride king, they could go Gabriel's Teethful, go for 5 attacks are massive, and if Luke's scared of that, so maybe they're trying to play defensively because they can't next turn. Well, they can now. This turn they would normally have divine skill, but
Well,
they're going to go for next turn.
They can still divine skill next turn.
No, next turn, but normally turn 4 divine skill for kill.
Yeah.
So maybe they were trying to play a bit slower, conserve a bit, so they can play for the long game. And maybe divine skill turn like 6 maybe.
Yeah, so that could be their plan.
I just feel like Amon's longevity is better than Luke's almost no matter what.
It is, but
Because if he gets too thin, he goes like, okay, anyway, divine skill, then good luck. Like, all you have to do is hard guard the divine skill turn and hope you're.
Heal.
Oh.
No heal.
Doesn't go off.
So he was on 2. It's just that confirms that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
3 damage, so
2 under 1.
So normally it's a Teethful plus dog or a Nilbris who's got land drop zone. He's got a Teethful.
Is Nilbris not still in soul?
Nilbris might be in soul. Did he divine skill?
No, yet, I don't believe.
No.
No,
Didn't
yet.
divine skill. Okay.
Feeling confident. And that's the Rezael coming in as well.
His hand size is what, like 3?
And the Gabrielius? I don't know. I think you're just doing it for the stack, honestly.
Gabriel and soul plus Nilbris.
Yeah, true. There you go. That's Nilbris ready.
It's still a good beat stick.
Checks top card. Is he going to go top or bottom? Thinking?
It's not like a weight.
No, he's
No,
out.
Roti's guarded.
okay.
So
Top of the deck again.
This gaslightery is really good.
yeah, maybe he's gaslighting.
Like I am getting gaslit by these pauses.
Like,
But I think it's incredible how much of Vanguard is mental. Another PG.
yeah, PG.
Yeah, just keeps doing it. Hell yeah. And he's just going to swing, and that's still swinging for like what? That's what? 28?
It doesn't gain power from the 4 damage though, because he's on 3.
Yeah,
That's not right though. So 23 plus 5k, 28.
So just 28 base. Yeah.
Yeah.
20k shield.
Is it not on attack plus 5?
4 damage.
4 damage.
Sure.
That's.
No, I thought it becomes plus 10 on a drive if it's 4 damage, but it's plus
That's
5
what after
otherwise.
you CB. It gains 5k, so 4 damage, 5k, CB, 10k drive. I believe so. I could be misremembering.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
Yeah,
right.
no, you're right. Yeah.
Look at that memory go.
Look at that.
So instead of 5, it gains 10 on drive instead, sure.
So I think
Is that a second? Oh, is it go to 5?
no, that's a
damage
heal.
shield. Down
That's
to
3, stays at 3 then, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell when they're so far off to the side, but again, like
Those
these coming
heals
up,
are resolving
Yeah.
like crazy.
well, wouldn't have been resolving if Amon was at 5, right?
Yeah.
Also, you deny the heals, which is important.
That is a strat. Because right now it looks like
his hand is
Amon's out
very-
of gas. Like,
Yeah.
depends how many Rezos he's got out, and then once you start shoving kings into soul to do the multi attack, it really feels shit.
His hand
No
is like 2
persona
more
ride.
Rezels.
No persona ride.
His hand's rough. His hand's like 2 more Rezels.
Amon
It's why I'm
might
surprised he
lose-
didn't just divine skill.
doesn't-
Like when you see Amon's hand and it's like 3-4 Rezels, like that's you divine skill. You're like I'm gone. I'm gone.
No, I think divine skill here is correct.
Like I think a lot of Rezael players fall for the trap of wanting a lot of value out of the crits and kind of neglecting the value of the red text existing.
Unfortunately, Eddie has lost.
Ah, it's unfortunate.
He lost to Blanco. So.
That happens, but still, top card with Youth Bug for almost 2 events in a row is pretty good.
You know, like, if we've got a second here, Eddie has been performing fantastic with Youthbug, just showing the strength of old decks.
Yeah.
Old dog doesn't need new tricks.
What an old gas consistency deck does for you.
Yeah, deck thinning, hitting crits, wins games.
Not here though.
Not for us. this is not deck thinning. This is draw.
Luke called the crit, was that from hand to get the soul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's 2 soul for double gauge, so they're going for kill.
Going for kill.
Has to. I don't think you can afford to not.
Which
do
is
that.
why I think I
This is why the 5 damage would have really. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe him not being able to heal, and then him going for Gabrielius.
No, because what helps is when he got it with OT. Like the reason I think you had to put him on 5 is you eat the turn anyway. Like the drive check, I don't think matters. The one drive doesn't matter that much. But what it did do for you is it means that this turn he can heal, and then you try and kill him through it. And if he doesn't, you go take the 10k away and go again. And I think that does kill almost every Rezael
What's
player.
Liael's hand right now?
Not much.
It's
A
kill,
lot of
it's kill or
triggers.
die.
It's a lot of
It's
triggers.
do or die, really.
But not if they're there, they're not on the deck, right? So, and unfortunately, first check, second check,
Colossus, Persona.
third check.
We needed a crit
Brutal.
there. We needed a crit to threaten that.
Because then he just goes to 4 and chills.
Yeah.
Did he
Or he
Persona
doesn't.
Ride on this?
No.
No Persona Ride. So that rate goes in 18, 26, 36. 1?
Which is a
so.
respectable number,
43.
but that crit would have
43?
helped.
Well, it is now crit.
Oh,
you can
sure.
make
It,
that 10.
it makes a magic, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
43. Is he going to pop something? There's a lot of energy there that could be used, unless he's got Tizcars in hand. But he
like
could be
he's
CBing for Tizcars at this point.
No, I don't think you can afford to see me on this
You're on
card,
3 damage. You take 2.
yeah.
Your deck doesn't use
I think you have to pop the back row. I think you have to pop the
Aerial Sage, yes.
But on 3 damage, Unless your world... No, never mind, LCDV.
Draws Bane.
No, but that sucks because you can't play it.
You can gauge
You
it
can get from hand,
You can gauge
yeah.
from hand, draw 2, so...
But then you also keep the Anachronos out of circulation, which is rough. Because if they just get rid of him, then like, good luck with getting them back. And Anachronos is like, with Anachronos, your pressure is nothing. Your pressure crashes through the floor.
Vanguard first. Vanguard's 18.
There you go, and he's going to say gauge from hand.
28.
Yeah, of course, that's going to be a
28,
gauge from hand.
beautiful.
He's going to draw.
Okay, so
And
both the
Amon's
Regards are the
thinking-
same thing. They're both...
But only no guard. First check, Tiscar. Second check.
Both Regards are
blanks.
Both Regards are
And a
36.
defense.
And a defense. Oh,
Was that a defensive?
yeah, it's a defensive
Yeah.
crit coming out as well. That's brutal. Jesus. You are so upset if you're Luke right now.
I mean, Amon's hand is still tiny. Like,
It's tiny, but Luke is
But
massive.
it's high quality because Amon has the persona right, and he even if he has any Rezael, even if he doesn't, it's enough. But Rezael then pushes it that extra little bit, and he's got the CC anyway.
he's
Or
got,
he doesn't.
he's
anyway.
got to live.
I mean, I think he lives this no problem. I don't think this is pressure.
Rezael needs to be on 4 damage, and he's...
On 2 blanks
and
and a defensive, he takes this. Oh no. Anyway, swings, guards it. It's no damage
It's
at
like
all.
2 trigger guard.
Yeah, it's like no damage at all.
And those Chief Thoughts are still on board. That's...
That's 10k.
I think
into
popping the
It's
Chief
what,
Thoughts might have been
46?
correct.
46 to 23, PG.
One hand.
Yeah, easy. Swing, persona right, smile. He's gonna do it. If this is persona and
So
Rezael,
Luke only
it's-
popped
There
one
you go,
rear
see
guard.
persona.
is what we
Yeah,
said, right?
I think I would have popped something else.
I think Luke might have...
No, the counter charge is pretty important.
I-
It's,
I-
it's the difference in your Vanguard being like 23, 33 and like 48, 53.
Yeah, but do you know what he doesn't have? He has a 1 card hand. If you pop both rear guards, he has no front row. He might persona already.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's on any maples they can board.
Yeah,
no, he's not.
He's not on any. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you kill his front row, he pushes up the boost.
Yeah, because this is by grade, so 3, 2, 1, so it would be here.
Yeah, so
of course.
he calls
He
the
has
boost
no
and
front
that's
row.
it.
No, I agree with
Oh,
that.
but he's divine skilling as well, so yeah, it's all
But his
going
divine
back.
skill's still so late. Like that early plus.
I think you're doing it for the triple drive and 3 crits back. You're doing it more for the pressure to make sure Luke doesn't survive this more than anything else.
I think
Because you're going to Gabuelius here, like you just are.
Yes, yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you're gonna go 3-2 swing all effects Gabuelius all effects other way, and they're gone. Like,
Yeah. This is a really tall turn.
Because you saw Luke's hand that turn, and you're like, oh, that hand is garbage. Like you're not surviving
That's a
that.
PG fodder hand, not a good hand.
You're like, that hand is
like
garbage.
I think Ammon should have used the
Watch Luke Tiscar to get a draw T.
divine skill last turn.
Could you imagine Luke Tiscar draw OT? Oh my god.
The 4 Banes is just like a crest deck. 20k front row is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Average Obadiah turn. Really.
No, OT hasn't been checked, so
Not yet. Yeah, he has to start guarding. He can't afford to be no. Because
that's
he knows the Vanguard is going to start messing him up.
He had lots of energy to pop his entire board. I think.
Draw. Ooh, can we
I
guess
feel
a
like
glimpse of what that
unless he
card
has
was?
like 4 cyclers in hand.
Yeah, but even then, you'd CV for
yeah.
the cyclist to just live.
Let's check.
Your deck
No
doesn't use
damage
CV
check.
besides the grade
Yikes.
3s.
Yeah. No, I agree with popping the board, like,
I think popping the board might have like let him live, but we're here now.
because you stop.
Bilberius plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stopping.
Guaranteeing this. Huh? Oh, right.
You're doing dog just for the
No
first
way he
booster.
top deck. No way.
Sorry?
No shot he top deck. Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god!
My deck doesn't have a 5th attack. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Like,
Can you
it just.
take me? Yeah.
Sorry, did you say you were bricking? You're Rezael. You are the king.
I am not
And he
bricking.
left
I
it
am
on top.
building a house.
He left it on top.
I am not bricking. I am building my
Is that
palace.
all 4 Rezaels just base
Yep.
and soul?
Uh-huh.
That's a 43k van, by the way, with no aerial stage boost.
Let's check.
Crit.
Crit. Imagine my shot.
Gabuelius. PG.
PG.
Res.
Oh,
Wait, okay,
3.
so it's 3 Rezaels, so, and a king there, then.
Chat, can we have one Rezael game where he doesn't drive check PGs?
Can I get 5 big booms for that Rezael top deck?
Boom! 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 Gonna be swinging his opponent 4 cards in hand. He's like, "Come on, man! Like, don't do this to me.
This
Come on!
is
I thought we were
crazy.
friends. You were the best man at my wedding. You wouldn't do this to me, would you?"
You were the chosen one!
Yeah, cat.
Cat?
That's
cat to get big.
That's cat behavior.
Hold on.
I don't
hold
like
on.
this.
He is. What, how much shield is that? 33. 53
50.
shields. How big is that Gabuelius?
Oh, it's big.
It's a big boy,
It's
but
a
how
big
big?
bonga.
I don't actually know how big it is.
It's fucking like 48. It's not got no boost. Something like that.
438.
Yeah,
48?
I don't know. I pulled that number out my ass.
It's 3. It didn't stack, so it's 13, 23, 23, 33, 33. No triggers. No, 43, 43. Yeah, oh yeah,
What
no
is
plus.
that? The reset heal or crit heal?
Another crit. Oh my god! And Milberius gonna be eating a crit. No,
And
no,
there was
but
like
dog doesn't
60.
gain power here. We have to make sure dog does not gain power
yes.
If dog gains power,
Three
we
cards
might have to
hand.
run off.
Oh, took damage anyway.
Yeah, it took damage, doesn't matter.
Game.
And that's going to be game, and Aman has got this.
Alright, so Aman...
Oh my, what a fantastic
That is-
game happening.
That was a good game,
Oh,
but
here I am. Hi.
I think Luke misplayed in some sense of not popping the entire board and got greeted on the idea of playing defensively instead of offensively.
Yeah, I agree.
And being proactive instead of inactive.
I think pushing. I generally think that Luke pushed him on to 5 that turn.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't surviving that divine skill turn.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
yeah, his turn back would be 1 card draw better, but I don't think that matters when you have 6 lethal swings
Yeah.
going at you. But unfortunately for Luke, the universe said, "What if you check 5 blanks though?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh well, okay, I guess I die then."
That is unfortunate, but like equally so because he made that misplay of going into the rear guard. I think like he didn't need triggers to kill on the divine skill turn if Aman was at 5. He also would have had more counterblast, more resources because he would have taken the damage and wouldn't have healed. 2 2 pop boards, 2 put more pressure on. So I think there's an argument to be made that like his decision outweighs the poor luck of no triggers.
Possibly.
So I would have either commit to the defensive play by popping the board as Andre said, or he should have swung into Vanguard, put him to 5, so that his divine skill guarantees lethal. Obviously, he had no way of knowing he wasn't check triggers next turn, unless he knew how many triggers were gone. But like, I think either one of those two things. I think basically he tried to do a bit of everything and ended up not doing anything at all because of that.
But guys, with that being said, if Luke didn't have his day today, someone else is going to. And you're going to find out who that is in just a few minutes when we're going to be coming back with top 16. Guys, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Bye.
Ciao. Woo!